Nikon's guidance, and we're already into this year, is that it's a year of profit. It's a year of profit. Nikon are a profitable company, and they are suggesting they will make $150 million of profit. G'day everybody, how you going today? It is so very good to see you. As you can see, I'm camouflaged, so I bet you're having a really difficult time seeing me right now. Okay, well, Nikon's financials are out, and I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited because what Nikon suggested would be the case, that they would be in profit in this financial year, of which we are now 1/8 into this financial year. Well, Nikon are continuing to make the same statement that this will be a profitable year. We're going to jump into the formal PDF released by Nikon today and look at those points in particular. But we can clearly see here that a year ago they were in profit, last year they were not in profit, and then this year that we're sitting in right now, they expect to be back in profit again. Now, I'll be very clear to you, no company shuts their doors that makes millions and, well, billions of dollars, and no company shuts their doors that makes millions of dollars in profit. And that's what Nikon are suggesting. That is their guidance. They talk about in this document here that in the first half, they expect to make 12 billion yen of profit. And we're already a quarter of the way through that period. All right, let's jump into those numbers. Okay, I think the most high-level, interesting document that we can look at is this one here, the Consolidated Financial and Business Data for the year ended March 31st, 2021 document. This here has, for me, what's the most important thing out of today, which is their projections. What we have is last year. This is it here. What we have is this year just ending, and a minus means a loss. We can see here, as we can see in this area here, go across, there is no loss in the previous year. There's a loss in the year that's mostly made up of COVID. In this section here, we are talking about the year that we're in now. Now, this is the half that we are in. Started just over a month ago, 4.5 months to go. Now, this is going to be a more profitable half. Anyway, first half of the year, including the next 4.5 months, they are expecting a 12 billion yen profit. For the year overall, they are expecting a 16 billion yen. Now, hey Siri, convert 16 billion yen to US dollars. So we can see here that 16 billion yen equates to about 145, almost 146 million US dollars. Now that's a lot of money. No one's going to cough at 150 almost million US dollars. So this was what I was most interested in seeing. This number here I think is very interesting because we're already in it. It's already happening. If we look here in the imaging revenue, we can see here that they expect to make 80 million yen in this half and 165 in total. So they're expecting the second half of the year to be slightly bigger, and profits are, well, 3 and 5. So there we have it there. We can also see here that last year it was 64 million yen in this period, and it's up to 80 million. This is not a large jump considering it was COVID times when this number came about. I think this is a very realistic number. So Nikon are not talking about an overly high increase from last year. All appears to me to be very realistic. But also what we're seeing here is the division last year made a loss, and this year making a profit. So because this is live, it's happening, they know what's next in their product mix, they know what's happened last year. Any company that's making a profit is not going to close their doors. And that's all there is to it, really. Profit a year ago, no profit in the last year, back to profit this year. Yeah, I wanted to have a look at the employees. Again, there's been a lot of talk about Nikon laying off a lot of people. So this is 2018. We had 21,000 basically. And from here to here, there's not even like 100 people lost. And then from here to here, it's like 800. Now, 800 people out of 20,000 is less than 5% of the workforce. And then again, we have another jump of about 700 from here to here. Again, less than 5% of the company. It's an even lower number than that, something like 3%. Interestingly, in Japan, their workforce is actually larger than it was. So if we go from here to here, a little bit higher by about 100. That's super interesting. And in other parts of the world, sure, yep, it's gone down by about 1,700 people. But that can be for all sorts of reasons. And people have talked about the fact that Nikon is closing some of its NPSs and so on. To the best of my understanding, they're actually downsizing these offerings to actually be more in line with their competitors. Nikon's offering has always been more, and they're bringing it back to meet the market. This is things you just simply have to do. These are the hard yards of running a business. You can't offer something that nobody's prepared to pay for, and you can't offer something that's going to send your business bankrupt. Anyway, I will provide these links at the bottom. But the bottom line is, just to reiterate, we are 1/4 of the way through this first half forecast. That's what we are. And I believe this 12 billion yen profit is something that they would have a pretty close eye on at this point. And 16 billion yen profit, which is 150 million US dollars. Well, that's a business in profit. Nothing to worry about. On top of that, someone reached out to me in the comments and said Tech Radar have gotten in touch with Nikon asking them what's going on with the lenses. And in this super interesting article, Nikon flatly state there is nothing going wrong, everything's to plan, nothing is running late, and these lenses are still coming out, and they still plan to have approximately 30 lenses out by the end of this financial year, which means they've got to get a wriggle on. That's a lot of lenses to get out in the next, 10 and a half months. So we'll quickly go through parts of that article, but you can see here in black and white, this is what Nikon is stating. And this article is only something like, at the time of recording, 36 hours old. So this is fresh, new news. So I need to thank one of our viewers for pointing out this Tech Radar article. Thank you, Tech Radar, for talking to Nikon. Nikon denies its Z-mount lenses have been hit by major delays. Mirrorless lenses still on track, Nikon reassures fans. It's been an extremely quiet start to the year for Nikon, but the camera giant has hit back at growing rumours that its new Z-mount lenses have been delayed. So far in 2021, Nikon has only made a single development announcement for its Nikon Z9 flagship, with no news at all on several long-awaited lenses in its Z-mount roadmap. We asked Nikon if it's true that there have been delays in its Z-mount release schedule, and it told us in no uncertain terms that there is no such delay. We then followed up by asking Nikon if, as reported by the Japanese website Nikkei last month, it was still planning to release 12 new Z-mount lenses by the end of this financial year, which ends in March 2022. Nikon confirmed to us we are planning on expanding the Nikon Z lens lineup to approximately 30 lenses by the end of the fiscal year 2021. To be fair to Nikon, it hasn't reneged on any promises for its Nikon Z lens roadmap yet. The most recent version of the roadmap targets a total of 27 amazing lenses and 2 teleconverters being available by the end of 2022. The frustration for Nikon mirrorless camera owners is the speed of that rollout, particularly compared to Canon and Sony. Canon recently announced 2 pro-level RF telephoto lenses for its mirrorless cameras, alongside the system's first true macro lens. But the picture also isn't quite as simple as a race to big numbers. Nikon owners have long been prepared to trade lightning-fast development for the sheer quality of its lenses. Also, there is a difference between a company announcing lenses and being able to buy them. For example, if we compare the availability of mirrorless lenses for the Canon RF mount and Nikon Z mount in their official UK stores, there isn't much difference. In Canon's store, for a total of 20 RF lenses, only 10 are in stock. Likewise, from a total of 16 Z mount lenses in the Nikon store, you can again only buy 10. So just a word from me, that would mean proportionately Nikon actually have more lenses in stock in their new mirrorless lines than Canon do. And this is what I always talk about, it's use case based. Tech Radar continues, your level of frustration with Nikon is likely to vary depending on the kind of photographer you are. And the recent spike in rumours and concern around Nikon Z mount is likely born out of the lack of news around its pro level offerings. Yes, I agree, Tech Radar. It'd be great if Nikon shared more info with us. Well, interesting stuff there from Tech Radar. From my perspective, this is what Nikon told us they'd be doing. And as we look into the numbers and we look into the details, I think they look super realistic. Nikon are not stating particularly massive sales above last year. It's quite a small increase. Thus, these numbers look very realistic to me, which would suggest to me that all of the numbers, because I don't know about the other pillars of their business, I can't analyze those, but I can look at the imaging stuff. I have much more familiarity with that. They look realistic. I suspect the rest of the numbers are realistic. So I suspect this is a realistic outlook. Again, to reiterate what I've said before, Nikon are stating that in the current financial year that we are sitting in right now, we are 1/8 of the way into this year already. They are going to be making 150 million, almost 150 million US dollars in profit. That's it. So everything that we've been talking about for quite a long time here on this channel about the naysayers and all of that, well, that's it. They are saying they are profitable. They are saying they're going to be profitable in this first half of the year, and we are already a quarter of the way through the first half of the financial year reporting period. Does this narrative have to continue anymore? I suppose I'm hoping that we will see some hardware announcements very, very soon. I know nothing further about that, but I do hope we get some gear to play with just because it's fun, if nothing else. Fantastic to have you here. Thank you for hanging in there with me whilst I try and explore the data which is provided to us from various sources to try and get an understanding of what's going on here, plus a general, just a bit of a step back and have a general overlook at business and how businesses run and how businesses work. And that's where my 30 years of business, I think, brings something to the table. So good to see you. I'd love to know your thoughts on all of this. Please let me know in the comments below. It's been great to have you here. If this is your first time, please do subscribe. I would love to see you again. Please click on the notification bell so you know when I'm here. Please share and please like. It is so good for the videos. It helps them get out there. Jump on the website, grab yourself a poster, a print, a book. Really helpful for the channel. All right, I'll see you very soon. And remember, Nikon's guidance, and we're already into this year, is that it's a year of profit. It's a year of profit. Nikon are a profitable company, and they are suggesting they will make $150 million of profit. Nobody walks away from $150 million of profit. Almost $150 million. No one. That's their suggestions. We're here. This is happening now. See you later.